Hello, it is me, Aluba the Slay Productions, or the leader of Aluba the Slay Productions. Um, I just wanted to come out and kind of talk about recent issues within the community. Um, One of the most recent videos that the YouTuber Chaos Man uploaded actually shed some light on something that's been going on and on within our community, which is the the constant back and forth between people like OMG It's Griffith and Dark Arm 31. Now, in no way is this just me going is this gonna be a video of me just like these people bad, oh my god, blah ban them, cancel them, blah, blah, blah. That's not my purpose. That is not my intention. My intention is to shed some light on people's POV on them and how they have kind of made the community hardline on what a streamer should be, and also shedding some light on like the situation that happened. It was brought to attention of the people who watch Chaos Man, which is a decent number of people in the good hundreds, about how OMG's Griffith has treated women in the past and how that's actually come to light. Now, for a long time, there were rumors that he beat women and all that, but it was we never had like hardcore evidence until recently, where I think Dark Arm 31 came out and showed DMs between her and Griffith, or her and another person, where that did get revealed. Now, I don't have those DMs for obvious reasons because those are private DMs, and if I did, I wouldn't leak them because I'm not a piece of shit who doesn't leak DMs just to gain an edge over someone. Um, as someone who's actually followed Dark Arm in the past, when I was under the name Oni Slayer 4 back early when I was playing the game, just starting to learn things like the S's cancel and all the glitches that we know and love today. I actually was a loyal Dark Arm follower. You could even see it in under the comments of one of Grove's video when I came out as, yeah, I'm Motivator 4. The reason and all that. That's why he doesn't treat me like a piece of shit anymore, because he knows who I am now. And Dark Arm also doesn't treat me like a piece of shit because she knows who I am, despite the fact that we had an interesting falling out when I was on the Odyssey 4 account. Um, for a long while, I was on the fence on this whole situation. Well, yes, I favored people like Dark Lawsy and Chaos Man in this situation because I saw from their POV. I will say both sides have done some fucked up shit, myself included. That's why my sad Votab exposed video, the first one, and the one that I did while ganking with Lawsy, are not on my channel anymore because it's just not worth having them, because making them like that is there's a piece of shit thing to do to really send off my message. I'm just gonna say my thoughts on this whole situation. I'm not surprised that this is like true. He kind of gave off some pretty like racist, transphobic, sexist vibes when I was in DMs with him, when call with him, and even with some of his videos about me and some other people. Like, Dude assumes Peacemaker's a terrorist because he's from the Middle East. Like, what the fuck? Just because someone's from the fucking Middle East does not make them instantly some terrorist that wants to burn down America. No. Like, dude is just born in the Middle East at a very born in the Middle East and raised in the Middle East at a very pretentious time in history, because this is where we start shifting away from like communism and racism being the biggest fears. Now we're fearing terrorists and socialism, which is kind of communism, but like yeah. So that's just a big allegation that people just throw at people to degrade them, deplatform them, but until we get actual proof of Peacemaker being a terrorist, I'm not gonna believe anything anyone says, because if people just like if people come to this chat this video and say Peacemaker is a terrorist, lol, this is literally becoming a he said she said moment. Like terror accusing someone of being a terrorist is like one of three things I think you need hard code evidence against them of that fact to really say it. Just saying it out of the ass does not work for me, because depending on the community and depending on the people who watch them, that could be the end for them if like two people come out and say they're terrorists, depending on how much they actually give a fuck. Like I've seen people be deplatformed because one person said, "Oh yeah, this person said a racist remark once." Gen Z and Gen Alpha take shit too seriously and believe that he said, she said, because maybe their friend said, and my friend never lies, trust. But then when it comes out and like, yeah, bro lied just because this, like, I'm willing to bet the people are calling Peacemaker terrorists because he's whooped their ass in 1v1s and invasions. Peacemaker is a great player, a bit latent, but he's a great player. I am in no way calling myself a great player. I honestly think I have a lot of place to improve. I've been called an A tier player, but I kind of rank myself B tier. Like I'm a decent player. I know how to handle invasions and 1v1s and ganks, but I'm not the best. I'm not like survival horrors. I'm not like chaos man. I'm not like assassin. Even though people think I'm gonna eclipse survival horrors one day, that's fucking cap. Survival horrors could 5-0 my ass right fucking now if you wanted to. Dude just doesn't choose to BO9 me, because if he's playing Dark Souls 3, he's probably playing on PC. Like I've rarely seen that man on PS4 or 5, because why, I don't blame him. The community's so fucking toxic. It's at this point. It's either on Peacemaker Lozzy's side or on Dark Arm's side, or you're not fucking playing the game. Like it's fucking annoying that we're having to pick sides just to play a game. That's why people are quitting. That's why Lozzy's taking a break, because it's so fucking annoying that whenever he streams, like 4 of the people that are watching them are just say they berate him and talk shit because he's not with Dark Arm. And it's like, why give a fuck? If you don't like the man or the streamer, don't watch them and just fuck off and go about your day. Like one of my favorite streamers, Seagate, is nowhere to be fucking seen. Dude streams once a millennia, never goes. His last stream was like what, 2 years ago. The dude was a decently consistent streamer. Then like the whole situation happened. It's like I don't know why these allegations are being thrown of racism, terrorism, fucking this dude hates America. Now, we do have actual proof of transphobic, racist, and all that with Griffith. He's been very transphobic towards me. In one of his videos, he's even called me a transphobic rat, like a transgender rat, whatever. And it's like, I don't get why he has to be like this. It's so dumb that he has this kind of superiority over people, or he thinks he has a superiority complex. Because, well, yes, getting to master the RKSS cancel can make you very tough to deal with. You're also mastering one of the most broken glitches to ever touch the game, or in a PvP sense, because as people like Chaos Man, myself, and others have shown, under the right hands, RKSS cancel could be nearly unbeatable unless you're fighting someone who's also mastered the RKSS cancel, in which point is just an even matchup, and at that point, why use the cancel? Because at that point, you're basically using a straight sword that's a few frames faster that they've already dealt with, and it's probably already found the ways to counter it. Like, that's why I've been labbing most of my time on Dark Souls 3 when I'm invading, is or doing 1v1s. Like, I've 1v1 with all my friends and had them use RKSS cancels so we could both learn the interruption timing, because like greatswords have a hard time interrupting RKSS cancel because most of the time RKSS beats it. But something like Pontiff Curved Sword or any curved sword that's fast enough just beats it if the person's skilled enough with the curved sword. Stock also just kind of drives that thing into the dirt, but on a bit of a lighter note, I am glad to see, not really glad, but I am kind of interested to see where this all goes with the new Dark Arm Griff breakup. Last time they broke up, it was like for a day, and I honestly believe it was just for media attention, but this actually seems permanent because un, unless Dark Arm is willing to forgive beating women, she is not taking him back. And dude is probably gonna go off some hinges if she drops him fully, because he seemed really reliant on her for content. Because outside of a few things like the one he did with me, which is honestly a very controversial video, because that was a BO9 that was for fun. Like, I didn't even fucking try hard in that. I didn't even try to win. I just was having fun because I don't see the point in BO9 at this point. Because, like, if you could BO9 them, sure. If you could beat them in BO9, sure, cool. Congrats. You beat a dude, like, what, 4, like 5-4 in a BO9. Wow. It's not that deep. Like, so what if you're slightly better than them? If you beat them 5-4, that's not something to prance around and fucking say, "Lol, they're bad." You guys are evenly matched, and you only had a game over them. So it's like, I don't get why people try to like use 5-4 BO9 as expose videos. Like, if you 5-0 them, sure, show that. Like, you whooped their ass, okay, cool. But it's like, don't use it as some toxic platform to cancel people or deplatform them or say they're bad and they should get off the game. Because a majority of the people who play the game now play it because, while yes, the game could be rather annoying, they do enjoy it. And they also have friends that they play with. Like my friend Max and my friend Lozzie, my friend Cloudless. I have a blast fighting them, fighting alongside them in ganks, because they're honestly skilled players and give me a challenge, and that's what I like about 1v1s with skilled players. It's not a blowout on either side, and there's honestly a challenge for both players. Now, have I had blowouts where I just utterly destroyed them? Yes, in one of my videos where I annihilated a dark arm gank, yes, I blew out like 80% of the competition because a majority of the people Dark Arm has summoned don't really invade or 1v1 at all because they rarely play this game. They don't really have a reason to. This is just a, for them, Dark Souls is just kind of a pastime that they do whenever they're fucking bored. They don't give a fuck about getting better at the game. And even some of the good players she does summon kind of bent to her will because, like, for example, Griffith. If Dark Arm told Griffith to jump off the fucking cliff in Dark Souls 3 when he was invading her, he would have fucking done it with no questions asked. Because he's that down bad for a girl who is married. So that is why the majority of the people she summoned were like, yes, there were some rare people she summoned who did have skill and who did give me a challenge, but a majority of the people she summoned in my Destroying a Dark Arm 31 video, they were fucking born as shit to fight. That's why it was only like 8 minutes compared to the like 14-minute video that came 2 videos after that. That was a big 1v1 compilation because I had better fights in there, and there was also some fights I just recorded. And it's like, if there's no good fights, there's no real reason to stay in the fight club. Because the point of a 1v1 fight club is to have challenges, not just shit on the competition. I end this video with an interesting thing that is mainly like, don't expect them to break up, but also don't expect them to get back together. At this point, anything can happen. I wouldn't be shocked if this is the final nail in the coffin for the final nail in the coffin for the Dark Souls 3 community, and this is what finally kills the game, and we all move on with our fucking lives. Like, the Elden Ring DLC is coming out soon, so I wouldn't be shocked if this is one of the final nails in the coffin for Dark Souls 3. So just don't expect shit and just go with the flow if you really want to pay attention to this. Peace out.